2018 is going to be a great year for blockchain crypto community and distributed ledger technology. 2018 is definitely the year of the investor and the year for technology as well. What we're seeing is this trend will definitely move on to the next year there. What I'm seeing is investors are going to be a lot more savvy. We're expecting, our sentiment is that we're expecting a lot more from these ICOs, and we will be taking back power. You will still be entitled to our funds and venture capital, but you need to understand that we as a community are very apprehensive to giving our funds away these days because of the lack of deliverables or the lack of regulation that these companies do abide by. Yes, you are innovating, but still there is a certain amount that we will expect from you there, which I think is great. I think it's still very much a lot easier to raise in the crypto space than it is to the traditional landscape, especially if you're doing something like an IPO. But I think we will be a lot more hesitant in giving you our money, and our expectations will be higher. For a blockchain company as well, I think with these expectations comes a lot more transparency. You will have to be a lot more transparent, and you will have to have a certain amount invested in this space. Unfortunately, it's gone are the times where you can launch in a white paper and a team. We're going to be you're going to have a lot more fleshed out product with a proper economic model that is underlying it there, tangible development. At least you need to be on the test net, coming onto the main net, initial users out, some form of transparency, whether it be an open source GitHub, a bounty bug program, strategic partnerships in line. These are the kind of things that we will be expecting, but having those things will ensure that you're actually ready to develop and commit to your roadmap and timeline. Because if you simply write it in the white paper, but you haven't actually done your feasibility analysis on whether or not you can actually hit this roadmap or development milestone timeline, or you haven't got the right team together, or you've come together and bootstrapped it all together, having these things in place will ensure that everyone is happy and development does continue on as per usual. I think a big one for me in 2018 is the fact that blockchain is not the only distributed ledger technology out there. We have the Hashgraph, we have Tangle, we have the Chia network. I believe that these communities are coming in. They're grassroots communities right now. Some of them are actually quite large. And I think these communities have a lot to offer. And I think blockchain, whilst it is at the moment like the most prominent and does have the most market segment, I'm not going to count out these other distributed ledger opportunities, because I do think that healthy competition in an ecosystem will always be good, and it will spur the innovation and keep it going.